Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hey, hello and welcome to the channel, the channel that makes you go, and my name is Astri. Today's topic is going to be all about progressive tenses. So I'm going to be talking about present progressive, I'm going to be talking about past progressive and present perfect progressive, and also present progressive as the way to tell one's future. Well, understanding tenses for some non-native speakers of English can be a bit tricky because it doesn't even exist in our languages. For example, in Indonesian, we don't have that kind of thing. So, for example, if you want to say something that happened in the past or in the present or every day or regularly, we don't change the verb. So it's kind of tricky. So if you think that this video is going to be a good grammar tips, English grammar tips, then keep watching this video. But first, I'd like to remind you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that by clicking the red subscribe button somewhere below this video to help my YouTube channel to grow. And also please like, share, and comment. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is present progressive tenses. So as you might have guessed from its name, people use present progressive tenses to talk about something that's on progress. So what's on progress right now is that I'm taking a video of myself. So I can say, I am taking a video of myself. And I'm explaining about present progressive. And I'm speaking in English right now. Okay, so now let's talk about its sentence pattern. From the sentence, I am speaking in English right now. We can say that I is the subject here and am is the to be. So the other to be that you can use in present progressive is, you have is, you will also have are and am. And speaking is the verb ing, verb plus ing here, speaking. And the base verb for it is speak, and I add the ing here so it becomes speaking. Here are other examples of present progressive. I am walking right now. Okay, the second one is about past progressive. So past progressive, you use past progressive to talk about something that's on progress, but it's in the past. So it's quite different from present progressive. So here you're talking about something that's going on while another thing took place. So this thing happened, and usually it took longer time than the thing that's on progress, the thing that you talked about. And those two things happened in the past. Is it hard to understand what I'm trying to say? Well, okay, why don't you check these sentences out and let me know what you think about these sentences. I slept when you called me, so I couldn't answer it. Do you think that it's kind of hard to understand what I'm trying to say from those sentences? How about this one? I was sleeping when you called me, so I couldn't answer it. Do you think that it's so much easier to figure out what happened, to understand what I'm trying to say? So now I hope you can imagine that when you made a phone call, when you tried to call me in the past, I was sleeping. So the sleeping was on progress when you called me. So that's why I couldn't answer it. Okay, now let's talk about the sentence pattern for past progressive. So you have subject and you have to be, was verb, and also verb ing, verb ing. For example, he was watching TV in the living room when I came. So the subject here is he, and the to be is was, and the verb ing is watching, which is from the base verb watch. So he was watching TV in the living room when I came. So it took some time before he finally opened the door for me. Okay, so next time we're going to talk about present perfect progressive. So you use present perfect progressive to talk about something that's happened, it's done, and it is still going on right now when you're talking about this thing. So for example, I live in a town called Wonogiri, and I am right now living still living in this town, and I have lived in this town since 1991. So instead of saying those three sentences, I can say I have been living in this town since 1991. Okay, this is my next example. I have been talking for about let's say 10 minutes. So right now I'm still talking, and I started talking since 10 minutes ago. So I can say I have been talking for 10 minutes. Okay, and here's the sentence pattern for present perfect progressive. So you have subject, you have has, and you have been, and you also have verb ing. So from the sentence, I have been talking for 10 minutes, the subject is I, and you have because it's I, so you have to put have on it. And you also have been and talking. Talking is the verb ing from the base verb talk. Okay, sometimes native speakers of English use present progressive to talk about future, to talk about one's future. So how do we know that they talk about future when using present progressive? And how do you know that they use present progressive to talk about something that's on progress? Well, there's got to be a context to it. So when someone says, I'm calling some cops, it might mean that he's talking about his plan to do it. Because you see that there was maybe some kind of argument that turned into fight, and then the fight turned so bad that he needs to call some cops. So this guy says, I'm calling some cops, which means he is talking about his plans, not something that's on progress. But when someone asks you, where are you? And you say, I am cooking in the kitchen. This means you're talking about something that's on progress. You are cooking. The cooking is on progress. Well, you are in the kitchen. Well, okay, that's all about it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy my video, and please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.